Hi, it's Dave Diegelman with Equity Real Estate here for our April 2026 real estate market report for Southern Utah. Let's look at the numbers. Well, the first thing we want to look at is the sold listings. So last month in March, we had 468 sold listings. And at the end of April of last year, we had 502. This is normal for this time of year, so we seem to be on a stable course. If we look at that versus the active listings, you can see the active listings declined for a bit, grew, kind of stabilized. There's a big gap here. We're almost at our record high of active listings right now, but not quite. And again, this is fairly normal for this time of year. Let's look at the sold median sale price. Right now, it was $530,000. Last year, at the end of April, it was $490,000. So either people are buying more expensive homes or home values have gone up. And if you look at our newsletter, you're going to see some insights on that. But the reality is home prices haven't gone up drastically. We expect throughout this year they'll go up about 4%. Hard to tell, but that's what the numbers say. Absorption rate in months, right now we're at 5.42 months worth of inventory. Last year at the end of April, we were at 5.35. So again, relatively stable. This looks like it's a nosedive, but really it isn't. Sold to list ratio. This is interesting. Right now, we're at 95.8, so almost 96% of what the asking price is the sales price. Last year, at the end of April, we were at 96.1%. What this tells me is that the homes that are priced properly are selling. And in our newsletter, again, we kind of cover this in a couple of different things, that if it's not priced right, there's actually 25% of the homes that come on the market that don't even sell during their listing period. Days on the market right now, we're at 83.1. Last year at the end of April, we were at 74. At our peak, we were at 97.9 days on the market. Price volume is the overall millions of dollars worth of sales that we've had. And last month, we were at 309 million and some change. Last year at the end of April, we were at 303 million and some change. Let's go ahead and look at the categories of the sold listings. You can see right here that the highest category is still 500 to 749, and it's down 2.1%. The next category is 750 to a million, and it's up by 14.2%. After that, we have several close thirds, which is the 450 to 449 market is up 2.7%. And the 400 to 449 is up 18.3%. 350 to 399 is down almost 7%. And 300 to 349 is down 1.2%. The 1 million to 2 million is up by 22.6%. That's significant, and I see our market kind of going more towards that mark. The 2 to 3 million is up 214%. However, there's only a few units to really account for, in this case 22. But that is significant compared to the 7 from the previous year. The 3 to 4 million is up 50%, but the numbers are low again. 5 million plus is down 50%, but again, the numbers are 2 and 1. So that doesn't account for a whole lot. This month in our online market update, we have several different things that we explore. One is mortgage rate buy downs versus investing that money. So in that article, I break down the real numbers behind your funds, buying down your mortgage versus investing the money at a 7% return. I'm not taking into account that most of the buy downs have been done by sellers. However, the scales are tilting slightly towards the seller's market, and we might not have seller participation as much as what we used to, at least for the next couple of months. Unemployment rates fall to 4.3% as the economy adds 178,000 jobs. And there's a surprise rebound in that for the economy, and it does affect the real estate marketplace. So we take a little dive into that. There's also coming up April 15th for a lot of people is tax time. So we go over property taxes, 2 HOA deductions, and 7 last-minute homeowner tax questions answered by an expert advisor. And this year we started webinars, and this month on April 15th at 1 p.m., we're going to have Renovate or Wait, where sellers overspend and how buyers could add value after closing. Our guest is contractor McKay Prince of Hyper Peak Remodeling, and we're going to break down some of the facts, myths, and costly mistakes behind home improvements. Also, we have to talk about interest rates. Interest rates just went up by 1/4 to 1/2 point in some cases, and the Fed looks like they're going to be just kind of sitting steady for a while. So it might be Q3 before we are looking at interest rates coming down into the high 5s again. And last but not least, our bonus clip this month is Broncs and Bulls at the Intermountain Icebreaker 2026 from Ogden, Utah. Had the privilege of watching my granddaughter compete in the breakaway and in barrels and in goat tying. And it wasn't one of her best performances. However, she did awesome. And I was able to get up close and personal to the bronc and bull riders. And man, I got to tell you, those guys are tough. So that's our bonus clip, is the Broncs and the Bulls. As always, wish you a prosperous 2026, and may God richly bless you.